The new AP poll has come out for Division One women's basketball, and it goes as follows: South Carolina with all 35 first place votes, Stanford, Iowa, Ohio State, USC, Texas, UCLA, LSU, UConn, NC State, Virginia Tech, Indiana, Oregon State, Notre Dame, Gonzaga, Kansas State, Baylor, Colorado, Oklahoma, Syracuse, Creighton, Utah, UNLV, Louisville, and Fairfield. And Fairfield is 26-1, and that lone loss was actually to a Vanderbilt team that's on the bubble right now. And it was a game number 3 of the season. It was only by 3 points. And Fairfield is part of the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, if y'all don't know. Just want to point that out. It really does make sense on the poll for this weekend. Obviously, West Virginia had to drop out of the poll from last week to this week. So receiving vote teams are Princeton with 24, Michigan State with 12, West Virginia with 9, Ole Miss with 9, Columbia with 3, North Carolina with 3, Duke with 3. Funny enough, those two teams just played each other yesterday. Toledo with 1, Kansas with 1, Jackson State with 1, Richmond with 1, and Iowa State with 1. I would say that Kansas State would probably been in a better position for the NCAA tournament in terms of being a host site if they didn't lose to Iowa State. That it's the truth. I mean, they lost at home to Iowa State at that. And Iowa State would not have been receiving votes if they didn't beat Kansas State last week. Let's just be clear. I don't think they would have been. And the same thing goes for Kansas with a win over Oklahoma. We all know that Oklahoma defeated then number 3 Texas in Norman. But if they would have beat Kansas, Oklahoma did, they would have been in the top 15. I have no doubt about that. Given what else happened in front. Maybe, or very close to the 15 line instead of closer to 20. Like I said, they only moved up 1 spot, as you could tell. And it does make sense overall in these rankings. Because I kind of thought Baylor's ceiling would have been like 17 anyway. And you had to drop West Virginia and put Fairfield in. Makes sense to me. And some of these conference tournaments are going on this week and part of next week. But some of these actually just go on next week. Period. And not just like part this week, part next week. But I have to wait and see what happens. That's why I'm not going to mention any top 25 showdowns, because I cannot predict that in advance here. However, I will go over my top 10 for Division I women's basketball. It's very similar to the AP poll. South Carolina, Stanford, Iowa, Ohio State, USC, Texas, UCLA, UConn, LSU, and NC State. Outside teams looking in for me in no particular order. Virginia Tech, which we're going to have to monitor about Elizabeth Kitley on that knee injury. And the same thing goes for Mackenzie Holmes at Indiana. And Iowa's Molly Davis. I'm just telling the truth about that. Anyway, so no other teams that's not looking at. Oregon State, Notre Dame, Gonzaga. Kansas State, if you want to throw Baylor in there, that's fine. If you don't, I get it. But, Kansas State, the only reason why I would put them ahead of Baylor, honestly, is the head-to-head. After that, I would have flip-flopped. I'm just being fair and objective on this. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 600 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So, money out this course, liking the video. Comment video really helps YouTube algorithm so more people can see it. Sharing the video does help as well so more people can watch. And if you're watching and subscribe, hit the subscribe button. It's free the notification bell as well. And for the Ivy League conference tournament, it's only the top 4 teams. So 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, and then it's championship, obviously. So that's just another note that I should mention on this.